Hello, and thank you for attending our presentation on VAST Security Stations version 1.2. My name is Annalise Shane, and I'm the lead trainer for VivoTech. VivoTech's VSS is an easy-to-use, all-around AI-powered IP video surveillance software that's designed to help you manage tens of thousands of cameras with ease, and also to focus on only what matters to you through VivoTech's AI solutions. With three different variants, VSS is ideal for all scales of projects, and you can choose what's best for your organization and scale up the whole system at any time. In this presentation, we want to go over the basic features and functions of VSS, and then we'll go over the latest updates and improvements to this powerful VMS. But first, let's go over some of the main features of this lightweight and easy to use AI surveillance system. VSS is a data shield. The data, video streams, and files are all protected. VivoTech uses different forms of security in the frame to avoid eavesdropping and tampering whenever it's exchanging data, and the video and the output image files can be encrypted to prevent unauthorized access by others. It combines the three major AI analytics, Smart VCA, facial recognition, and license plate recognition. Not only that, but it also provides efficient investigation with our deep searches. You can find your person or your vehicle of interest based on appearance and also behaviors, then re-identify that person of interest across different cameras to track their presence throughout all of the cameras on the system. Even with all of these features, VSS is a very affordable option that provides the most value for the money that you spend on a VMS with a simple price plan and free updates. VSS is very easy to set up. With its intuitive and highly customizable interface, it allows users to easily add new cameras to the network, set up substations, and even enable real-time audio broadcasting. Surveillance systems that include video analytics analyze video footage in real time and detect abnormal activities that could pose a threat. Instead of only depending on humans monitoring the cameras, the AI powered security systems will notify security of potential threats as they happen, which in turn is going to help businesses to prevent break ins or any other illegal activities. By combining the different AI analysis that VSS has, such as Smart VCA, license plate recognition, and facial recognition, VSS is a platform that is combined with AI intelligent analysis that not only makes our jobs of monitoring the locations easier, but also makes the locations safer. VivoText VSS provides efficient investigation with our three different sophisticated search methods that we call deep search. We have attribute search that can help find people throughout all of the camera's databases. You can search by their height, their gender, clothing color, accessories like bags, or even hats. And then if you want to find a car, we can also search by vehicle type, whether it's the car, truck, bus, motorcycle, or bike, and also search by the cars, trucks, and buses colors as well. You'll also see that the interface does not just help you find specific objects, but we also record the direction that they're heading. So we can use built-in three rules in scene search. We have line crossing, loitering, and intrusion detection. So scene search is going to search a single camera using line crossing, loitering, or intrusion detection that's defined at any time in order to help you find specific people or vehicles in specific scenes. And finally, according to the best results that are brought out by our attribute or our scene searches, you can then match the best snapshot throughout all of the recording databases based on similar characteristics. The suspect's no longer going to be able to hide under all of those cameras anymore. We can now research or re-identify to match that person of interest across different cameras in order to track their presence throughout all the cameras on the system. Now, to ensure that you're using our AI compatible products with vision object analytics in order to perform those deep searches that we just went over, you need to make sure that you choose your network cameras, your NVRs, and the VMS with the AI icon. So you can find a list of compatible products on our website. In order to easily find this area, just be sure to check out the site that's provided before to ensure that the camera that you select will be able to perform the deep search that you need. We're going to head over to VivoTech's webpage. We'll click on Solutions and then Deep Search System Requirements under AI Driven. Here we're going to see each type of deep search that we went over earlier and its description, followed by the cameras that are supported by default or if additional licensing is necessary. And then attribute search is going to require cameras that support attribute extraction and research or re-identifying that person by searching across the entire system in order to all of that is going to require that attribute extraction as well. So how do you figure out which cameras have which AI features? So a great resource in order to check this out, which VCA that or video content analytics that each camera provides, just go and download our camera analytic chart. Here we can easily find the chart by going to our website. We're going to click on the products tab, hover over the network cameras, and here you're going to see that camera analytic chart area. This chart is going to show you each camera that has AI capabilities, what analytics they are able to support, and if a license is included or a purchase is required. Also, just a heads up, if you've purchased or will purchase any of our V series or versatile series cameras, the VCA rules are now available at no cost. So in order to get the free license for your V series cameras, just go over to our free licensing website. It's license.vivotech.com/free. You're going to fill in all the required information, click on generate, then that license is going to be created and downloaded to your PC. Then all you have to do is upload it to your camera. Okay, so now let's get into the latest update. Today's agenda is going to cover three main topics. So first, we're going to introduce the new features that were brought out by VSS version 1.2. Next, we're going to discuss the improvements that we made. And then the last topic is about the architectural adjustments to VSS standard. So let's start off with the latest features that are now available in version 1.2. In typical video surveillance setups, our security incidents often require personnel that review footage and produce reports. Traditional surveillance software can make this process time consuming. VSS introduced Deep Search with its very first version in order to help our users investigate incidents more efficiently. Well, with version 1.2, we've enhanced this feature further in order to streamline incident investigation, which is going to ultimately improve surveillance efficiency and also reduce manpower costs. So let's begin with a case study of an office building where a valuable laptop went missing. The owner suspects it was lost between 3:30 and 4:30 p.m. and then contacts the security team for help. Tracking the suspect is going to be challenging in a location with multiple entrances and also constant traffic. So traditional surveillance methods usually have four phases in handling the incident. First, they're going to need to manually review an hour of footage in order to find the suspect. Once they've finally identified the suspect who stole the laptop, the next step is to spend several hours searching through different cameras to track the thief's footprint. And then after a lengthy video search, they've gathered the footage from several locations. Then they had to organize the entire sequence of events based on the time and the camera location to have an overall picture of the entire process of the crime. Finally, whenever necessary, they must generate an incident report in order to submit to the relevant authorities. Typically, creating the support report is going to require manually processing of the video footage or text descriptions, which is also going to consume a considerable amount of time. So through this case study, we can realize that traditional methods are going to take hours per incident, involving significant labor costs and also a risk of human error. Now, let's see how VSS can help our customers to efficiently investigate that same incident. So, in the first release of VSS, we introduced Deep Search and then our research function. Initially, Deep Search helps customers quickly identify the suspect without going through hours of footage. So, let's go ahead and demo off this scenario. So we're going to start off with a camera that faces the room where the laptop was taken so that then we can identify all the individuals at this location. We can then use scene search in order to narrow down the results to only people that have entered the room in order to locate that suspect. Now, the research function is going to enable our customers to quickly find all the footage of the suspect across all of the cameras. So let's go ahead and see how that works. Once we find our suspect, we're just going to click on the magnifying glass so that we can research to track their footprint across all of the recordings. And now with this new function called Case Vault that's introduced with this new version 1.2, our customers can easily analyze the suspect's movement and the behavior by organizing the footage automatically in Case Vault. So let's go ahead and watch a demo of using this new function. We can easily add each video to the Case Vault by clicking on the three dots at the bottom right of each video. And then we can watch the videos and track the events by playing the videos in sequential order. Or we can even play them in full screen mode with emaps in order to easily see the location that the events occurred. And then with the new function called Auto Report, Case Vault is going to generate a comprehensive report automatically with all the findings for further investigation and documentation. So let's go ahead and see that process in action. Once we click on Generate Report, we can edit the report in order to remove any of the unnecessary snapshots of the suspect. We can enter notes for better understanding of the event. And we can even adjust the emaps for better understanding. Then we can export all of the chronologically sorted videos and the PDF with just one click of the mouse. So from this demo, you could see how our latest VSS is going to transform hours of manual work into a few efficient clicks. All right, so our solution is ideal for environments with heavy traffic and complex layouts. So we've listed three suitable applications for your reference. The security guard in the shopping center needs to quickly locate lost children and determine if a kidnapping has occurred. Also, maybe facility managers in that factory want to identify internal theft and analyze how the items are stolen out of the factory in order to prevent future incidents. And then also to handle campus intruders, the campus security needs to find their tracks to identify their damage to the campus, gather evidence, and report that to authorities. All of these scenarios can significantly benefit from our solution. The next update is going to be the POE integration feature that's designed to help assist our customers in resolving common camera disconnection issues and also efficiently monitor the camera traffic. So this is going to help to save our customers a lot of troubleshooting time in their daily operation. Many users often encounter various camera-related issues in their daily monitoring tasks, and these issues may include unstable network connection that leads to lag or video loss. Also, manual rebooting at the site for troubleshooting is another common issue. The last one is the messy and unmanageable list of cameras that happen due to inconsistent installation. While dealing with these problems can consume a considerable amount of time and sometimes even prevent users from restoring normal operations quickly. So with the PoE integration and version 1.2, we can help customers quickly and effectively address these camera issues. To start, regarding unstable network connections, we can now swiftly repair and monitor these networking issues through the cable diagnostics of our managed PoE switches. It's going to help our customers to check if there's damage or faults in the network cable. Also, the traffic monitoring is going to allow users to clearly understand the network traffic of each camera, further analyzing the cause of the errors. Second, for the issue of manually rebooting the camera on site, we can simply use that PoE on and off function that can remotely restart the cameras, which is going to save on labor and also time costs. And then finally, for managing camera network topologies, the topology view allows users to intuitively see the information and the status of each camera under the managed PoE switches. So let's now demonstrate the whole process. First, we're going to go into VSS and add our PoE switches. Go to external device and then add your PoE switch in order to add that switch to the VSS server. After entering the relevant information, now we can add our PoE switch. Then we'll just click on that switch, and then four tabs are going to appear on the right window. It's going to include your basic information, your PoE on and off, topology view, and traffic monitoring. Users can click on the desired feature page according to their needs, and the window will navigate to the corresponding PoE switch settings page. Now, it is worth noting that this feature only supports certain models from the L2 series and then also our Light Managed series, and the detailed models are going to be listed in the data sheet. Also note that the L2 Managed PoE switch support topology view and the traffic monitoring. And last is that the PoE switch must be on the same network segment as the VSS server in order to be added to the VSS server. So, in what scenarios is this PoE integration going to be applicable? First, for any of the sites requiring PoE for powering cameras, such as commercial buildings, this feature is going to allow our system integrators to initially analyze the stability of the networking cable, also allowing operations team to reduce the operational cost by managing the power budget of the cameras. Second, for the larger sites needing separate domain management for cameras like schools or factories, this feature is going to allow the integrators or the IT team in order to monitor the camera traffic and also the topology in an intuitive way. So let's go over a few improvements that are now available in VSS version 1.2. If you're needing to comply with the current General Data Protection Regulation or the GDPR or the California Consumer Privacy Act or CCPA, we have added opt-out options for facial data. During install, there is an option to utilize and store facial snapshots and another option to turn it on and off inside of the system management preferences. If the option is turned on, you're going to see close-up views of the face, so searches can then be performed based on the facial features. But with it turned off, no data is going to be stored, and you will need to have, and then you'll only have the overview snapshots of the subject. Now, if you untick the option after VSS has already been installed and recording for a while, then any facial data that's already been stored will be recycled along with the recordings based on the recording recycle setting. Now, another improvement that has been added to VSS version 1.2 is that we've streamlined the research across our ND series NVRs. So the ND series NVRs do not have the native capability of performing the research deep search. But whenever we use VSS Pro as the CMS or the central management software, in order to view these NVRs, whenever you update VSS to version 1.2 and you upgrade the ND series NVRs firmware to version 4.5, we're now able to perform research. Now, just some things to note. The ND series NVRs do not support research function on the local user interface. It is suggested not to use research on more than 10 cameras per ND series NVR. And for a better user experience, VSS is going to utilize substreaming for our ND series NVRs by default. Once the NVRs are added to the VSS Pro, there's zero configuration and no additional cost. It's included with that embedded NVR channel license that is needed whenever you purchase the VSS Pro. Also, we can have streamlined central management operation with this. This feature is applicable to a diverse range of users across various industries and also applications, especially those who opt for the Linux based NVRs due to their affordability, reliability, and scalability. Our users can leverage this feature for legitimate purposes such as operational monitoring or forensic investigations, all managed seamlessly through the central management within VSS without the need for on site visits. In version 1.2, we've also added two new integration settings for our PTZ cameras in the view cell. The first one is going to be area zoom. Finally, we are able to area zoom in the PTZ view cells. By clicking on the third button on the right-hand toolbar, our users can switch from drag mode to area zoom. Once switched to the area zoom, you can just simply drag a square onto the view cell with your mouse in order to zoom into that specific area. The second feature that we now support is Smart Tracking Advanced for our PTZ cameras. By clicking on the track button, you can now choose one of the presets to initiate the smart tracking. However, you do need to set up the relevant presets in the VCA package beforehand. Next, it's going to be the enhanced feature of the EMAP function, which was requested by some of our customers. So they have multiple local branches, and often they face a challenge in setting up the EMAP because they need to set it up at both the local site and then also at headquarters. So this redundancy is going to consume valuable time and bring the risk of inconsistencies and errors. Well, the EMAP consolidation is going to allow our users to easily import all of the local EMAPs into the CMS. This allows for a direct site monitoring from the central management system. It simplifies operations and ensures a uniform surveillance approach across all the locations. So, how does this function work? Let's check out the demo video. And over here in settings, we can go to import and then set up EMAPs. We can then add the EMAP icon to import the EMAPs from substations. And then now we can easily utilize the local EMAPs inside of the CMS, whether it's through the applications or through the live view. So the benefit of this feature is obvious. It can help save our installers lots of time by creating EMAPs as their business grows to the more local sites. Next is going to be the enhanced feature of the dashboard function. It's going to be the recording duration estimator. So retail and government customers often need to keep the record of their set days. For example, they must keep 30 days of recording. However, after the surveillance system goes online, they may notice that their recording cannot last the 30 days at the last moment. So we've solved our customer needs with our recording duration estimator. It's going to predict the remaining recording days based on the total recording size of the previous day, and then it's going to display the total recorded days. So our customers can then add up these two numbers and know if the recording day can meet their requirement. And of course, we have thoughtfully done the math for the customers and tells them if their storage falls short of their retention goals. Now, this feature ensures efficient storage planning and enables our proactive adjustments for our customers' recording setup. It's going to minimize the risk of running out of space unexpectedly. So, over the past year, we have received a lot of feedback from longtime users of VAST 2. Some of those users are willing to upgrade to VSS in order to experience its new AI features, while others prefer to have a stable software version. However, the common issue among most of our customers is the budget constraints or the maintenance considerations, so they cannot directly upgrade to VSS. Therefore, in order to make the transition to VSS smoother for our existing customers and at the same time help to reduce the technical support for VAST 2, we've decided to restructure the scope and the licensing mechanism of VSS Standard in version 1.2. So prior to version 1.2, the VSS standard version would support up to 128 channels per server, and we could manage up to 32 ND series NVRs up to 128 camera channels per system. And you needed to go with VSS Pro if your site managed more than 128 camera channels on that ND series NVRs. So with the new version 1.2 update, the first change that we made is that we increased the then 128 channel limit for standard. So now both the single server and the CMS plus the ND setup, you can connect up to 256 cameras in total. So now customers don't have to upgrade to VSS Pro just because they've exceeded that 128 channel limit. The second change is that we've increased the number of free licenses for the channels under the ND series NVRs to 192 channels. So as long as the customers haven't connected more than this number, then they don't need to pay at all. But once they've exceeded the 192 channels, then all they have to do is just purchase the NVR embedded camera license for each additional channel. Now let's have a demo case where I can show you a clearer picture of the new standard pricing mechanism. A company has deployed our VSS standard CMS along with the ND NVR for the surveillance. Initially, they have a total of 100 channel cameras that's connected under the ND series NVRs. In both the old and the new version of VSS standard, they're free of charge and the customer didn't need to purchase any additional licenses. Well, moving on, the court decides that they want to add more cameras for a total of 256. Well, under the old version, we would require them to upgrade to VSS Pro. But with the new version of VSS Standard 1.2, they can stay with VSS Pro. They just need to buy an additional 64 channel embedded NVR camera licenses, which is going to save them about 75% licensing fee compared to the old version. So going over the different types of licenses for VSS version 1.2, with VSS standard, there are going to be individual camera licenses. And now for any additional ND series NVR channel above the 192, VSS embedded NVR license is going to be will be need to be purchased. The VSS Pro licensing remains the same as all the previous versions. All right, so let's recap what version 1.2 has to offer. First off, we've got the case vault feature, which allows users to create cases based on the deep search results for surveillance and reporting purposes. Then there's the PoE integration that's designed to help our users swiftly and effectively tackle camera related issues and also intuitively monitor our camera statuses. Additionally, we've revamped the licensing and architecture for VSS Standard, ensuring a seamless upgrade path for our existing VAS2 customers. Other highlights are going to include more flexible storage option for sensitive facial data. We support researching cameras under the ND series NVRs, advanced integration of PTZ cameras, the addition of EMAP for our substations in the CMS, and then also enhanced storage related information on the dashboard. We believe that VSS version 1.2 is going to provide users with a user-friendly experience, boost monitoring efficiency, and reduce operational cost. So if you guys need more information on the new VSS 1.2 or any of our other products, just visit our website or contact your sales rep. Also, be sure to stay connected by following us on LinkedIn, or you can watch our recorded webinars on our YouTube channel or on our learning management site, na-academy.vivotech.com. Thank you all for attending today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.